Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be doing some massive upgrades to my go-kart, like reinforcing the frame with some bolts and a 2x4. It's the easiest way I can do it. And we're also going to be helping around with some stuff in the property. So let's get started. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be working on my go-kart again. But first thing first, before we start, we got to clean this thing. Because if you can see it, it is very filthy. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so now that we got everything washed, I'm going to let it dry a little bit. I'm probably going to go take a shower because I haven't showered in a couple of days. But this thing already is way cleaner now. It's already starting to dry up, so I will come back once I am done. Alright guys, so it has actually been, I think, almost a week since you saw the last clip of this thing. I've been busy. I recorded the last video, and also I have and my dad have been cleaning the garage, and just, can we admire how clean this place is? It's way cleaner than it was before. And also, in between that, so we had some baby chickens, and they got old enough. So they're down here. There they are. Stink a lot, but if you hear like chirping in the background, that's just them. But yeah, so basically we're gonna be doing some frame upgrades to this thing, but we aren't gonna be able to do that just now. So a couple things I want to do. I want to work on the steering a little bit because that's pretty jank, and get that seat bolted in, and yeah, do a couple other things. So without further ado, let's actually start working on this thing. All right, so what I'm gonna be working on is the steering. So I've already tried to fix it, but it has, yeah, I want to work on the steering, but the one thing is I want to keep the original steering because I don't want to try and jam a whole new steering in there because honestly it's pretty hard to fit the motor in there. So yeah, I want to try and work on that, try to make it less cambery. And also, I just thought I might mention this too. If y'all are wondering, like, I don't have a tube bender, I don't have a welder or like anything like that. I'm gonna try and do everything on the Power Wheels frame itself. Cause I don't know, I haven't seen anybody do that actually on like its own Power Wheels thing. Cause usually you just buy a quad, do some stuff to it, and then put the Power Wheels body on it. And honestly, it is really cool, but thought, why don't we try here? So without further ado, let's get working on that steering. Alright, so as you can see my deck railing, custom deck railing post piece. And basically what I'm thinking is I'm just gonna start tightening stuff on here, trying to hope that the camera stops. I'm also gonna tighten this little bolt up here because that holds in the whole steering thing because it's pretty bad. And I guess I'll just try and see if that works. Hopefully it does, because like I already said, I don't want to have to like shove a whole new steering thing in here. That would be very painful and it would cost a lot. So I'm gonna do that, but later, I do want to say we are gonna run to the hardware store, get some stuff to reinforce the frame. Basically we're gonna need a piece of wood and basically just cut it and do stuff. I'll explain it better later, but basically we need some long bolts to tie it all together, and then this thing will be better than ever. But let's get started on the steering. Alright, so I didn't really, just tripped on my hammer. I didn't really work that much on the steering. I'm about to do that next, but this thing for the wheel, this thing, it basically kept sliding out because I had to remove something to make the steering actually work kind of better. So I just basically made it so it stayed in there, so that ain't going anywhere. Now we're gonna actually start working on the steering and tighten some stuff up. Alright, so I just got the steering done, and I don't really know if it's gonna work that good, but let's see if it works. I mean, it supports my body weight. Let me adjust the camera real quick. Yeah, so it holds up my body weight and doesn't really camber. But I think the whole reason why it's cambering is because the motor just sits on there for like a while, and I think that's the problem why. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to figure something out if it happens again, but this should work for now, and I guess we're gonna start moving on to the next thing. So let's get going on. Alright, so the next thing I'm gonna work on is mounting a seat. I'm gonna get a different seat at some point, like an actual go-kart seat, but this is the only seat that I could find real quick because I did not want to sit on the original one. So we're gonna go ahead and get that mounted onto the thing. So yeah, let's do this. Alright guys, so sadly I can't go to the hardware store today, pick up all the rest of the materials for this thing. So in the meantime, we're going to be cleaning my quad because it is very filthy, so let's do that now. Alright guys, so I was going to clean my quad, but since we got brand new baby chickens, my dad dug out this old thing that we used for it, so we're also going to be cleaning this, and first thing we got to do is scrape out all the shavings. Alright, so since we gotta let the stuff soak in the container, now we're gonna start cleaning my quad. Guys, so we just got the chickens back in the cage and they are very happy. So now we're gonna get working on that again. It is the next day and we're gonna be working on this thing again. By the way, that was Miss Carmelita's idea. It's actually really good. I don't know how good this thing was, but we're gonna have to wait. We're gonna do just a little bit of things before we reinforce this frame because we got all the supplies right here, as you can see. Well, actually, this isn't all the bolts. We left the rest outside, but we're gonna use the power tools, and we're gonna wait for my dad. So first thing we're gonna do is come back here. The last video I worked on this thing when I did the little support holders for the cool little thing. They kind of just busted off because they weren't good. So we're gonna go ahead, get some stuff, and try to fix that. Alright guys, so that part was actually, that whole video was recorded about 2 months ago, I think. Now that was the first part of reinforcing the go-kart frame. I'm gonna split this into 2 parts because that is just the easiest way, and it would be a long time down the road if we just did it all in one video. So thank you, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.